This ain't no joke, this ain't no game. This that CSZ game. They said pull up, so I came. You better put some respect on their name. Yeah, 55 was goody. Kill the vibe, how could he? Big Cardinal on the hoodie. Let me break it down for you fully. This ain't your average broadcast. This ain't just no podcast. The mother shows spread fake news. We just call them broadcast. West, Joey, Sam, Sean, Dalton. Ain't you know that boy Higgy? He said he don't want no small fries. Tell them they better make them biggie. Yeah, you already know what we be on. We got the crown, we hold the throne. We throw the mails and you take them home. When they ring the bells, you know that it's home. The bar set, we setting the tone. If we set it, then set it in stone. Sit in the street, set up your phone. You in the Cardinal sports zone.
What is up, everybody? It's the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast coming to me from the Fitness Market Studios North. We've got some guys that are bouncing in and out of the show. It's crazy. Dalton, are you here, buddy? Dalton, are you here, buddy?
I think so.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Look, I need you to get your internet issues fixed. Please. Please, I'll let you sign into my AT&T fiber. I'm not really sure that's how that works, but we'll try to get that going. Sam has still not come back, but you always, when you have stuff happen like that, it throws you off a little bit. So let's reset.
This is live radio, people.
And Dalton's gone again. Coming to you live from the Fitness Market Studios North. This is the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy Wyman. I'm here with my co-host, I think, Joe Wyman.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm in the house.
The notorious Hig.
Hello, everybody.
And the intermittent one, Dalton Pence.
Sure, yeah, I'm here.
He's here for now. He's like the McRib. Don't get excited, Higgy. He's here for a limited time. He's bouncing back and forth. And somewhere, Sam will be here in a few minutes. Gosh,
we got people showing up over on the text.
Everybody. What's up, everybody? We appreciate y'all. Jeff Snyder, what's up, Card fam? Great day to be at Card. Absolutely. Nasty Nate, what's up? Brian McGlasson, what's up, everybody? Hope all is well. Hey, Jeremy. You got to say, hey, Jeremy and the crew. They get jealous, Michelle. Bubba's here early, but that's only because he's not tall enough to ride the rides. And Tom Jeffries, what is up?
What up, TJ?
Wanted to address you all real quick and say hello. Again, this is the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast.
We lost Dalton again.
We lost Dalton again. And here's Sam. And here's Dalton. Oh, we got Sam and Dalton. Oh, we got Sam's face. Sam's here. Dalton's camera's cracked. There you go. I was just messing with you, Michelle. Quentin, yo. What about them cards? Look, we had some good stuff happen this week, and I told you. Gosh, dang it. Dalton's gone again. We hope to have him at some point during the show. Stay for longer than 32 seconds. We call that the RP special. Was the DM hire your bash at the beach moment? No, the Danny Manning hire came out of left field. I absolutely had no idea that was happening. I'm elated about it. We'll talk about it here in a few seconds, though. We got Sam for a few minutes. We're going to get to him first. Normally, we got a different order we go into. I do want to remind you all, I keep getting people hitting me up about YouTube stickers. We can't do that until we have enough subscribers. We're getting there. Just have a little patience. There's ways that you can donate to the show and still help out. Below, there's Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. If you want to use Zelle, hit me up privately, and I'll give you that information. Sam,
turn your volume out while you ain't talking, bro.
No, I'm just waiting for you.
Waiting for your time. Yeah, but no, Danny Manning was absolutely out of left field. Last but not least, I do want to remind everybody that Tony Bennett stole my seat, and he is a mortal enemy, from this day forward. So, without further ado, Sam, because you've got stuff to do, Dalton just keeps leaving and coming back. So we're going to get him in a little bit, hopefully. And there's no doubt There's no doubt that he will leave and come back during his portion of the show as well. He just came back and left before I could even add him to the show. So, Sam, go ahead and let everybody know what's going on with Louisville women's basketball this week.
Well, we started off with the WNBA Draft. Emily Enxler became the third highest draftee from Louisville. Of course, Andrew McCautry went number 1 in 2009. Asia Durr went number 2 in 2019. And Emily Enxler went 4th this Monday. After only being one at Louisville for 1 year, which was phenomenal. Today, big news for Card. Morgan Jones, Florida State star.
Yeah.
I mean, she used to torch Louisville anytime she got the chance. And Coach Walls added her to the roster this year. And we all kind of wondered where the scoring funds would come from. Who would fill the void left by Nolan Smith and Emily Enxler and, of course, Chelsea Hall. And lo and behold, Jeff Walls, I don't want to say pull a rabbit out of the hat, but he was a magician on the transfer portal once again. I think Morgan Jones averaged about 13.8 points a game, close to 14 points for Florida State. She's over 1,000 point scorer as well in her career at Florida State. 6'2". She wasn't really much of a three-point shooter, but she made her living making tough shots around the mid-range area, making tough baskets in the paint, and she also plays good defense. I don't want to say above average. She's not great, but she plays good defense, and I definitely see that changing in a Louisville uniform because Coach Wall prioritized defense. And that's just not only news for the day, but in the next week or two, look forward to finding out about another big, impactful transfer. I'm on the phone, texting right now, trying to figure out who it is. But these coaches are being real coy right now. So I expect some really, really good news for Cardinal on the women's basketball front in the next a week and a half, 2 weeks max.
Okay.
Kiana went 14th, right?
Say it again?
Kiana went 14th to LA, right?
Yes, I think she went, second pick.
16th.
She did go to LA. She went back
16th,
home on the West Coast. And Emily Enxler was picked forward by Indiana Fever.
Cool.
All right, Sam. Well, we know you're busy. We'll let you go ahead and get out of here and head to your birthday party. We appreciate you hopping on with us for a few seconds. And we'll get you back on here in the next show here in a couple weeks.
All right, man. Y'all be easy. Go Cards.
Yes, sir. Every time Sam calls in from an outside venue.
Bro, that was giving me that made me a nervous wreck.
He just logged back in. He's walking. You can't be a part of the show anymore, Sam. I'm gonna go to the chat line and catch up on it real quick because you are the most important. Forget what I have to talk about. Y'all are the most important.
My background is fire.
Was the DM hired your Bash of the Beast moment? No. Got the whole crew just about. Yeah, we're missing Sean and Wes. And now Sam. Hi, Jeremy Dalton, Sam, Joe, and the other guy. Hey. So we're still waiting on a Bash at the Beach moment. Well, I mean, we're waiting on number 3. I don't know if Danny was number 3, that would have absolutely been a Bash at the Beach moment. I don't know who number 3 is. I thought Milt was number 3, but the scuttlebutt behind the scenes is that he's going to have a different position, and it may not necessarily be a coaching position now. So, a couple weeks ago, I backed off and said that third spot was going to go to a wild card or Joel Justice. I still believe that right now it's Joel Justice, Milt Wagner, or does Kenny pull another out of left field hire to throw us all off? I don't know. Do you all, real quick, because I've got that later on the show, but do you all like Dalton? I'll go to you first. Do you like the secrecy around this stuff? I mean, I know we've been privy to a lot of information because, we've known we know the first 2 coaches. I know the first 2 coaches really well, but do you like the fact that we got just hit out of? I mean, that was out of left field. Nobody even mentioned Danny Manning.
Yeah. Can y'all hear me okay, first of all?
Yeah. It just sounds like you're trying to choke yourself. Other than that, it sounds fine.
Well, I think as the old saying goes, real G's move in silence like lasagna. I think that I don't have a problem with it. I really don't. I think that the secrecy is something that we're not used to because it seems like there's always a leak um, in this in the media or something like that. Always pretty much coming from from the school down the road, the media down that way. It seems like where all of our leaks come from. But ultimately, I'm fine with it being in some sort of secrecy just because it's new and some things just don't have to be broadcasted until they're finalized.
And for them to hide that, like, I mean, literally, it came out about an hour before the press conference, and then the University of Louisville themselves spoiled it about 5 minutes before the press conference. But yeah, I'm not going to reveal who I was texting with this morning, but I was texting with somebody this morning. As soon as I got the email, about 8:15, I think it was, I texted one of my contacts up there and was like, Dalton, we'll see you here back in a few minutes. I said, oh, it's finally Milt. And they responded back, it's Milt. Well, about 90 minutes or so goes by. And after I have got on Twitter and, for lack of better words, oh, okay, he's back. All right, Dalton, it's here for a few more. After I had run my mouth a little bit, I guess that's what we'll say, about Schmilt Schmagner being the next coach, I got the second part of the text after apparently they sent the first part of the text, got on an airplane, and when they landed, the rest of the text came too. So the text at 8:30 was, it's Milt. And then at 10, the text said, scratch that, it's not Milt. Asterisk, it's not Milt. Like they had made a mistake and forgot to put in the word. So I'm like, well, great. I appreciate that. I've already ran my mouth. And it is what it is. I mean, look, nobody's perfect, not even me. Facts are the facts. I'm going to get things wrong from time to time. I do pride myself on not saying anything on Twitter until I'm 100% confident. And the person that told me it's Milt this morning, before I got the it's not Milt text, even with this happen, anytime they tell me something for the rest of my life, I will confidently put it on Twitter. That's how much I trust this person and his knowledge of the program. So, it technicality, yeah, it was incorrect. I apologize for that to everybody out there that was upset by it. Steve, our guy Steve Rummage, who is on his way to Nashville to see, I think, Garth Brooks tomorrow, texted me, called me today and was like, hey, the message boards are on you again today. And I was like, for what? He said the name of the thread was CSZ is wrong again. And I was like, I don't care. First off, to the positive message board people out there, there's been a lot of people that said, oh, we take up for you. We appreciate you. We know you got the right information most of the time. I'm like, I appreciate that. But I don't give those people two thoughts. You all, please don't waste your energy on them idiots. The good ones, I appreciate y'all. Y'all are not idiots. The ones that wish they knew, they're only mad because they don't know anybody. They don't know, or as Perrin would say, they don't know nobody. So I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about the negativity. Some people say, you hear, especially in wrestling, you've got the terminology head of the table that's pretty hot right now. These people are sitting at the kiddie table. No, they're not even invited to the kiddie table. That's why they're mad. So y'all stay over there and make your little Jeremy Wallman sucks post, or Jeremy Wallman has 3 chins post, because I don't have 3 anymore. I've only got like 1 and a slant, 1 remainder 2 going on. I don't care about what none of y'all say. And to those of y'all taking up for me and for the website, I appreciate that. Don't get in no fights for us, though. Our reputation for everybody. My guy Lance McGarvey called me earlier, and just to check up on me, check up on Dad, and to see how things were going. He said it best. If you look on Facebook and Twitter, it's 100% love for Cardinal Sports Zone, and I guess he wasn't counting the Dukies, but when you get on the message boards where all the slime lives, it's negative. So don't pay no attention to the negative. And Lance is a national treasure. I know he helps. He's been very, very good to the website. He's helped Dalton out a couple times. Just an all around great dude. But no, I don't. Please stop sending me screenshots of the message boards. I don't care. They don't know me. They've never been to my house. They would not come up and say any of that to my face. They wouldn't say it to Joey's face.
No, send them to me so I can find out where they live.
The thoughts and comments of Joe Wama do not necessarily.
I didn't say I was going to hurt anybody.
You just said he's going to hurt somebody.
No, I said I didn't say I was.
He just confirmed he was going to hurt him bad. No, I'm kidding. but no, I don't. And I hate that we've wasted this much time. I appreciate all the good people on Discord. I appreciate all the good people on message boards. But those that would slobber over the and I know this sounds like as Dalton would call it, a flex. And at this point, like he normally says, we don't care. I don't care. My address book for you all negative posters, you all would take into your bathroom at 12 o'clock at night and abuse yourself to it. So I do not want. I don't care. I do not want to hear any of the negative stuff. Like you all know nobody. If you all
let's move on.
Let's
just move on.
No, I'm just letting them know I don't care about you. I won't think about it. Thank you, Steve, for getting me riled up and letting me know that they were talking talking slick, but it is what it is. Let's get back to the fun part. The message boards over here. Manning is a heck of an assistant with head coach experience. Absolutely. Look, the one thing that him, Nolan, and Kenny all have in common is they were all national champions in college. They all were drafted. Timmy, I'm sorry, I'm just now seeing. Send the YouTube link. It's just you go to YouTube.com, search for Cardinal Sports Zone. It's one word, and you should be able to link up with us there. Yes, Michelle, Kenny gives the best introductions. I was literally in that room doing the Brock Lesnar bounce side to side, ready to see if I had any eligibility left. Tyler, listen to last week's pod about Nolan had to come back. Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate it. I'm gonna. It's gonna be fun because once Nolan gets back into town completely and he moves into his home, he's been going back and forth to North Carolina this week. We're about to have some good time. So I'm really looking forward to it. Todd, another great day to be a Cardinal. L's up. Yes, sir. Joey's background is fire. Absolutely. Great pickup. Yes. Higgy, what's for third lunch? Jeff Nunn said, I saw Jeff today. He looked like he'd shrunk a little bit. It was almost his bedtime. So that was cool. Morgan Jones, a huge get for Jeff Walls. She owned us last season for Florida State. Great defender, her and Van Lith. Yeah, best guard duo in the country. Justin Taylor says DJ Wagner woo. I hope we're wooing. I think we are. The guy that forecasted him, crystal balled him today. As Carmelo Hayes says, he don't miss a lot.
It's like 93% accuracy overall.
Nasty Nate, you really want to ask me that first commit? Let's talk Monday or Tuesday, and I think you'll see a ridiculous first commit. That wasn't even slick at all. Oh, well.
No.
Corey Carson, what's good, family? Pain train is rolling. Let's keep it going. Yes. Jeff likes spoilers. Okay. Card softball up 3-0. Thanks, Tom, for letting us know that. Y'all can give us some baseball updates, too, because Higgy never does his job. I love the secrecy. I hate Jack Bones breaking all of our news. I do, too. Josh Hubbard as well reflects that. It doesn't make any sense to hire Milt just to get DJ. Happens in basketball all the time, though, Quentin. It's not the bad secrecy. This is more like a surprise. Absolutely. I was so excited. Yeah, you tricked me this. Trevor, I didn't trick you this morning. I texted.
Hey.
I texted
Matt
you.
Dodson.
Oh God.
My beard brother. Sorry, I got to shout him out.
When I get to him, I will. Repping the Ville 21 secrecy. Yeah, I didn't trick you this morning, Trevor. I got tricked myself because the person got on an airplane, flying back here to Louisville, and did not send the whole message at once. Cardinal, you're never late, man. You know how we get when we get talking. It may be a little while before we even get to the point of the show. Yes, those are the same ones mad at Mark Weinberg for getting the weather wrong.
Hey, Mark White, he'll tell him off too. He don't give a crap neither.
He will.
I love him, dude.
Tom Jeffries, you're not at the kiddie table, man. You're welcome here anytime. Unlike Bubba Ray Lindy, I do have a doggy door on the back door that he can.
We'll get a booster seat for him.
We'll get him a booster seat. I'd like to speak on Devin Reese, says Quentin McCauley. I caught a short Instagram live and he said he was visiting that college. Sounded disrespectful. Well, let's get over that because I have a feeling we're going to love him next week. Have we offered Bradshaw yet? I don't know. I need to ask about that. You know what? I'm going to ask right now while we're on here. So maybe I have an answer for y'all by the end of the show. And I have to change his picture from his Duke picture to Louisville. Can you let me know who all we've offered? Who all we have offered?
Bubba Ray's got hydraulics on his booster seat.
Okay.
He's got spinners.
And Justin Taylor have offered DJ.
Yeah, we've offered DJ. Who do y'all want to know? Bradshaw, Gigi, etc. Man, if we can get Gigi, man, I will run around my house fully clothed in the middle of the night. Y'all don't. That's how excited I'll be.
Oh God.
Michelle, I agree, Joe. Go pay him a visit. Look, Joey may be my little brother, but he is not afraid to go cut it. Anyway, have we offered DJ? Yes, Tay. We've offered DJ. Flex on them all. Don, I don't like doing that because it makes me feel kind of douchey when I do the whole flex thing. So I try not to do it very much. I know, Michelle. I know. Hatfield. Danny says Hatfield. What am I? Anybody know what Danny's talking about? Because
probably Hunley Hatfield.
Oh, okay. All right. Brandon Hunt. We'll talk about him in a few minutes. That dude was almost a Cardinal the last time before he went to Tennessee. Going to heat up at the next. Man, I'm going to the one in Indy and the one in Louisville. We're going to have a good time. Ryan, there's nothing to add. You're watching the show. You're added as much as anybody else has been added. Jonathan, good work. Thank you, buddy. Is it true you're buying Mac's house? Bubba, if I knew how to kick people out of this, you'd have been the first one blocked. Robbie, sorry, you ain't missed nothing. We're just sitting here running our mouth. Oh, we're up 8-0 now, Tom says. What's Matt, you joined my show and said hi to my co-host, but not me. I really wish
he said special.
Oh, okay. Oh,
his
okay.
beard brother.
My bad. Way to go, Wallman boys. Hey, what's up,
right,
Shannon? Yo. Good evening, fellas. Pain Train picked up another card. Man, I have never in my life been as surprised. I was more surprised about Danny Manning being named our coach today than I was any entrant in this year's Royal Rumble. I know I always throw wrestling into it, but it is what it is. I got to throw a shout out to Trevor, man. Trevor asked me a couple weeks ago, was there something you could do to help out the show or the site? And I was like, man, I can't really think of anything. I said, everybody's got something except for the Instagram page that nobody fools with anymore. I mean, I do stuff, but everybody else that's ran it don't have enough time to do it. He said, let me do it. I'll show you. Not only has this dude increased our engagement by over 5,000%, but he's got all the biggest stars in Louisville. Now, listen, I'll be honest with you. Some of the terminology I don't get. All I know is I got a couple of messages this week where when I scroll down from my phone, like 4 people was like, man, that y'all are hard. And I'm like, wait a minute. And then I looked it up and I understand now. So we have a lot. TJ, Jeff, JK, phenomenal photographers. I guess they go hard and everything. So much respect for Trevor.
So do I.
We have not had a rookie with this type of impact since Dalton in 2020. So we appreciate it. Have we offered DJ? Yes, that's already been answered. Bubba's talking about his booster seat and his Mickey bands. That's how good DJ is. So yes, hire Milt. DJ is LeBron good. Yeah, I mean, John is not wrong there. Out of the short list of transfers that Louisville has on the list, which ones would you like to actually see here? We'll talk about that in a minute, Vaughn. I've got that on there. Justin, thank you, Higgy. First time anybody's ever said that. Will you Steve Rummage? Bubba, you're a blithering idiot at this point. What's our most realistic transfer gets? We'll get to that as well. We need Huntley. I'm here live. Seems like I'm making the show better being here live, Jimmy. I mean, maybe you are. Bradshaw and Wagner, a package deal. That's what I heard. I hope so. The ones that follow 55 know he's legit. I appreciate that, man. Manning, a huge surprise. Nobody saw this coming. No, absolutely not. Southside 502, that's who we're talking about. The Tennessee transfer, Brandon Huntley Hatfield. We have three. Quentin says we have three coaches. There's JK. What's up, buddy? Quentin says we have three coaches, all with national championships. We spoke on that earlier. What other programs have that? Don't know. Not sure there's another one. So, all right. We are caught up with that. So let's get to the show. Again, this week, we recorded last Sunday. I told you all on Monday, y'all have some good news. Nolan Smith was named the first assistant coach for the University of Louisville basketball team under Kenny Payne. Sorry, guys. Let me get this back and going. My board went off. So this may not be translated to podcast form, which is unfortunate. But anyway, so he was named the first assistant coach under Kenny Payne. Then I was told later on in the week, so that was the no surprise. I was told later on in the week we would have a major, we would have an additional, I'm sorry, my board is lighting up like a Christmas tree, so I think I have a bad connection here, so I apologize, you all. But no, there's not another program. But anyway, and I'll try to, if for some reason this does not translate to the podcast, then I will re-record it later tonight and we'll get you all the podcast form of it. I do apologize about that. It is what it is. You have issues like this technology wise. Let's see, our numbers 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's a cherry on top. Very good point, WWKPD. I agree with that. Okay, so no surprise, Nolan found out this morning. Now I thought Milt was going to be named this week. That's what I was told. It wasn't Milt. It was Danny. And what a great surprise. Again, I was at the presser today with Jeff Nunn. Great energy. Every time they asked Danny a question, the answer was Kenny. Why did you decide to come here? Kenny. It was just, it's one day with Sean McNeil would be a great fit here. Yeah. We're going to talk about Sean McNeil here in a second. But the energy was just amazing. A lot of the connections that Kenny has with these guys and how far they go back and just the stories. If y'all haven't listened to any of the the pressers, we have them up at cardinalsportzone.com. Go check them out. But yeah, that very, very excited about the Danny Manning hire. Joey, what about you?
Oh, sorry. I was answering a text. Our mother was texting. Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously I was not expecting to hear Danny Manning, but, national championship player, pro player. We obviously seen what. So here's one thing. A couple years ago, Olivier Sarr, was that his name? Played for Danny Manning at Wake Forest. Was a beast. Went to the other school, didn't do nothing. So I mean, just correlating like his work with big men and players as well, you can see kind of how that dipped off after that transfer was made. So I'm excited, man. Like we got some big guys that need some help developing and knowing what to do, and we've got some guys that can help them do that. Yeah, and really quick, because I know we're going to pause on basketball for a second. I forgot Dalton said that he had to run, so I would like for him. You have to go as well. I got to go get mom's medicine. So it's just going to be me and Higgy.
Uneffing believable.
Let me just do the rest of the show myself. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. Higgy, I'm joking. Please. I got about 5 more minutes. Okay. So, Dalton, go ahead and let us know what's going on football-wise. We had a couple commits this week, and people have been wanting to know about all the recruiting tidbits. I'm going to turn it over to you and let you go wild for a few minutes.
Yeah, I mean, what a week it was for the football program once again. Scott Satterfield acknowledged at I think it was the National Signing Day press conference when he announced the February signees, mentioning that the secondary was going to be a major point of emphasis in the transfer portal, and he goes out and he gets 6 defensive backs, 3 safeties, and now 3 cornerbacks after Florida State's Jarvis Brownlee and Middle Tennessee State's Quincy Riley committed to Louisville seemingly within 48 hours of each other. Brownlee probably more of a depth piece. Quincy Riley, however, has the opportunity to be like a Cottrell Clark level transfer, could compete for starting snaps right away, opposite of Clark. So some great additions there, great depth pieces at the very least. The big news, however, Aaron Williams, 4-star California cornerback, committed to the Cardinals, the 7th highest rated commit in Louisville program history, which is huge news. Continuing the Cali to the Ville movement, possible lockdown cornerback, the number 1 cornerback in California. And currently, I know it's early. It likely won't end like this, but the Cardinals they have the 5th highest rated recruiting class in the country right now, which that's notable in itself. So obviously some great stuff with Tyler Harrell entering the transfer portal.
Dalton. All right. Dalton will get back to
But
Dalton.
I wouldn't
Dalton, we lost you after
you hear me?
Tyler Harrell. Yeah. You went silent after Tyler Harrell until now. Okay, he's gone. So as we wait for Dalton to come back, we'll catch up on the message boards a little bit. Master Yoda says, yo, 55, my guys, what's good? I love the staff, straight fire. Jay, you mentioned him as a possibility a while ago. Who, Danny Manning? I don't think maybe for head coach. I don't think I did for assistant coach. Michelle says what Coach Payne said, the reason he chose Coach Manning makes it more than just recruiting. Yeah, man, this staff is big on love and relationships and stuff like that. I've gotten goosebumps. I've been at 2 of the 3 pressers, and I listened to the second one live. Just got goosebumps, man. It's just fantastic what's going on. I'm sure Dalton probably won't even try to. He did get a bunch of his stuff in, so that part is good. KPD, I really never heard Danny Manning talk as a coach. Just didn't follow. Very impressed. Yeah, I loved his speech today. And again, if you didn't see that one, or you didn't see Nolan's, or you didn't see Kenny's introductory presser, hit me up. I'll send it to you. It's on CardinalSportsZone.com. Danny Manning, Coach John Collins. That's all the evidence I need. Absolutely. Speak a little bit about Quincy Riley. I'm going to let Dalton had all that stuff set up. I'm going to wait to see if he comes back or not. Higgy, check on that. Jeff, a few more folks just tuning in. Higgy equals a rating boost? No. Danny says that last year, this time I wasn't paying attention to anything. This year, I can't stop refreshing Twitter and watching podcasts. Absolutely. And hey, I keep texting all my connections up there, and every time my phone sounds off and I know it's one of them, I get excited. So let's see. Can we platoon players? Damon wants to know, can we platoon players be 10 and 12 deep? If we can, it will be special. I mean, we've got 6 spots left, and assuming that we get one taken away this Monday or Tuesday, which I feel we will, that leaves us with 5. That's going to put us 13 deep. So, yeah, Jeff, Dalton went silent for all of us. Riley's a great CB2 for Louisville, with potential to be CB1. My only question is what Louisville will do with the nickel. Quentin was saying earlier that Jarvis Brownlee will play the nickel position, so that's exciting. Dalton, where would the?
I'm out.
All right, we'll ask that. You're out. Okay, yep. It's just me and Higgy, so this show's going straight to. All right, later, Joey. I'm just kidding. We'll ask Higgy. Ask Dalton that. First off, ask him if he's coming back, and then ask him what rank would Madden Sanker be.
He would be after doing research, I was looking at that question earlier. He would be the highest OL recruit that we've had, above Eric Wood, above all the greats that we have had on the offensive line. he would be the highest rated.
He'd be the highest rated overall or the highest rated O-line?
Highest rated O-line commitment.
Okay. All right. So, okay, we're going to go over that in a second. If I'm a recruit and see these three coaches watching my games, I'm definitely, Steven, absolutely. Are we out on Tyrell Ward? No, we're gaining ground. I feel like, honestly, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. I honestly think that we are in the lead for Tyrell Ward, and I don't have any I don't have anything I can divulge at the moment that supports that. But all I know is that when I've asked about Tyrell Ward, I've got I'm not really hit the emoji stuff, man. It gets on my nerves because I identify like little kids in emoji. So I'm not really emoji literate, so to speak. But every time I ask about Tyrell Ward, I get the smiley face with the star eyes or fire or this and that. So I think we're right out front for him. Do you think Kenny will bring back the Denny Crum press? Maybe. I'll have to ask him. I think we can bring him in as long as he takes a visit. Yes. Send me the emojis. I'll translate for you. I hate you, Trevor. I'm just kidding. I only hate Higgy. Nobody else. I'm playing, buddy. Okay, so let me get back to my list of stuff. Who is number 3? I said I think number 3 will be either Justice or Milt, or I could see it being just somebody like out of the blue, like today. Director of basketball operations is not a basketball guy. He has a lot of financial connections. I think that's very, very interesting. Dude, Higgy's got the sickest side necks beard ever. So it's crazy. All right, let's get to basketball recruiting real quick before we wrap things up, because we're not going to have that long of a show tonight because we really don't have a whole bunch. I mean, I'll stay on as long as y'all keep asking questions. But it's Friday night. Y'all got stuff to do. We got stuff to do, but we had to come on and do this for y'all tonight. So y'all asked about the guys that we're in big on right now. I feel like though it's a list of 5, and it's Sean McNeil, it's Brandon Huntley Hatfield, it's Johnny Broom. I may not be pronouncing that correctly. It looks like it may be something different. I don't care about that, TJ. Elijah Fisher and DJ Wagner. I feel like those are the guys that we're going the hardest after right now, and Tyrell Ward, of course. So that's what we're looking at right now. So we appreciate you guys. No, I appreciate you all, because honestly, without y'all, we're just sitting here talking to each other on a group chat. So we appreciate everything. We appreciate y'all just tuning in, because at the end of the day, we are fans that we are fans that love this school. Kendrick Davis, John, I haven't heard a whole lot here lately about Kendrick. At the end of the day, we're just fans that are doing what we love to do, and that y'all enjoy watching. So y'all give us this opportunity. So we appreciate you all. Before we get to the rest of the show, though, I do want to give a shout out our fine sponsors. Easier for me to say. Shack in the Back Barbecue, 502-363-3BBQ. It's in the heart of Fairdale. They smoke everything on their real wood pits, real fire pits. It's delicious. Fitness Market, Higgy, your fan is making me dizzy. Give Chris or Sarah a call up there. 502. Oh, wait a minute, we got Dalton back. What's up, DP?
Oh my Christ, dude. I am going to get into a lawsuit with whoever my internet company is.
It seems like it's Fisher Price.
It's something fake, it seems like. I mean, I have had the worst luck over the past month about getting good internet.
You really have.
And it's incredible. It's actually incredible. So what are we talking about? I have a couple more minutes. I'll participate in discussion.
You know what? Let me get through the sponsor reads. I'll let you finish up what you were talking about earlier.
Say no more.
Contact. Well, it'd be hard for me to do the things without saying any more. But contact Chris or Sarah up at Fitness Market. They've got really, really good, durable exercise equipment, and they can put you on financing to get you your, or you can go and just pay cash, whatever. But really good people, really great equipment. Chris Williams up at 4 Pegs, 502-634-1447. They've got all kinds of good deals and great food. Our guy Rob Black is starting up mowing season today. Derby City Lawn and Landscaping, 502-773-5757. And last but certainly not least, All-American Pool and Supply Company, 502-448-0300. Dalton, as an employee of this company, tell the people what they want. Tell the people what you want them to know.
Well, I guess I just want them to know that if you were thinking about getting the pool, you were already too late. But, however, we still do have some pools left in stock above ground, and we are still doing in-ground. So even if you already have a pool and you need some supplies or chemicals or equipment, we've got you covered. One-stop shop over on Dixie Highway. But now for those East End folks or even those closer to the river, we have a new Oldham County location out in Buckner that you can find on Google pretty easily, and come see us. Come see me personally. And if you come in and tell me that CSZ sent you, I'll give you 10% off of any sale.
Oh, snap. I like it. So
there you have it.
Really quick. Louisville softball is on a tear. They just ended it in 5 innings, 8-0. That would normally be in our rapid fire segment. We'll get that out of the way right now. All right, so go ahead. You were talking about football recruiting, and somebody asked, first off, the first question was, where would Madden Sanker fall in line as far as rankings, offensive line-wise, in Louisville history? Would he be the top, the number 2, the number 3 ranked? Higgy says he'd be the top-ranked O-line commit ever.
Yes, that's true. If you're talking about, I assume you're speaking on the rankings premise and not just like when it's all said and done after his career.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, he is currently, I want to think that he's like high 80s right now, composite-wise, in the 24/7 Sports Composite, which I think would definitely be the highest, because I know that Zen Mikulski, who ultimately ended up at Ohio State, there was a chance that he was going to reach that number. And I mean, he was at like 160 or something like that. So Madden would definitely be the number 1 overall rated offensive line commit in program history.
Awesome. And then you all get those other football questions in really, really quick. Or Higgy, do you know what the other, there was something about, gosh, I've got so much stuff going on right now, y'all don't understand. I'm going to go pick my mom up here after the podcast, and she's going to come over and spend the weekend with me. My niece is here. She's about to leave for the weekend, so it's like an airport in here. So you'll have to excuse me if I don't remember everything off top, and Higgy's definitely not scrolling through to look at them. So let me read a couple more of these questions. So if Milt was hired to a non-coaching position, does that mean we can't recruit DJ? That's what we think, but we also are not sure that Milt will be hired now as a coach. We think it may be an administrative position. Does that matter, Dalton? If it's an administrative position, can he?
See, I'm a little bit fuzzy in that area. I read about 25 pages of NCAA legislation today on my break, which, I mean, was painful in itself. The way I'm understanding it is that the only way that Louisville can recruit DJ legally is if Milt is a bench coach. If he is not, then there is a 2-year period from when he is hired that we could not have recruited a player that he is connected with before or after. So it's before or after 2 years. So it's, I don't know. It's really confusing to me, but I think it's pretty clear cut and dry when it's saying that he's got to be a bench coach.
Yeah, and right now I'm just not as comfortable as I was at first saying he was going to be on the bench. I don't think he's going to be don't think he's going to be the special assistant. I don't think he's going to be one of the bench coaches, and I'm not really. He'll be around Louisville basketball. Just something had to have been done, because I was called a week ago by, again, one of my people up there that I just has never been incorrect, and was like, Milt Wagner just agreed to become bench coach. And that's when I put out the post, put out a tweet. It was like, I would never have thought that Milt would have been a bench coach, but I was just told he agreed to be the bench coach. So, and I had former Louisville players hitting me up saying they had heard the same thing. So, it is what it is. I'm not confident he's on the staff now. What are your predictions for football this year? Have they changed? I think I'm still right at 8 or 9 wins. I feel like, we're in year 4 of Satterfield, or year 4, right? I feel like he's had enough time. Actually, I blurred them all into one because of COVID. Is this year 4 for Sat? I don't know how many sausages you're holding up, Higgy.
Yes, this is year 4.
Okay, so we should be seeing some improvement this year. It does take about 4 years to get your own people in, your own system learned, this and that. That's why I've never been too hard on Sat. So I think this is the year that he pulls it all together. Danny says he's having a beer and watching. His Friday is good. Appreciate that. Tice says that he thinks that Fisher is a Texas Tech lock. I haven't heard that. And I also haven't heard that as of last Tuesday, Fisher hadn't been in. As of Tuesday, not last Tuesday, he hadn't even been in to see anybody. So I don't know. Antoine Davis just entered the portal. Okay. Well, I'll keep an eye on that. Dalton, next time, just come to my house. You can borrow my Wi-Fi. That's funny. Michelle said, Coach Payne touched on working out with current players. Have you heard how that's going? Well, again, he said he's only worked out with them 2 or 3 times a week for about a half hour or so. I did run into Sidney Curry today on my way into the press conference, and he told me something that Coach Payne kind of said in the press conference. He's like, man, Coach Payne's killing us. And he laughed, and then Coach Payne said, he had Sidney Curry about 10 minutes into the workout, and Sidney was laughing and was like, man, this ain't no joke. So I think they're going really good. I think these players that are staying are connecting really well with Kenny and Nolan, and I think that now with Danny, they all seem to love that hire. Nasty Nate earning his name. Dalton's internet is like his love life. It lasts about a minute, but great. Okay. And it could be worse. It could be like Sean's love life, which is offline. Shack in the back turkey ribs are fire. Absolutely, Timmy. Bubba kind of said what I said. No, Roderick. No, Rondo. California love is real. Absolutely, Jeff. He would be 5th ranked overall all time. The Madden Sanker kid would be our 5th high. Now you got to remember, those rankings just started. Well, I don't know when they started, but were not in effect in the late 90s when me and Redmond and Ivan and them were playing. I'm sure I would have been at least a half-star tight end. Chris, there's 0 lineman that plays with Pierce that we have a good shot at. There is an O lineman. Okay, sorry. Yeah, that's the Madden kid, right? Dalton? Dalton's internet's went out again. He's red rocketed us. Higgy,
I don't think that's the 85th overall. I think he's talking about somebody else. I might look that up.
He said there's an O line. Okay. Hey, Dalton, what's going on, man?
I'm back.
Who's the O lineman that plays with Pierce Clarkson that we have a good shot at?
I don't know how to pronounce his name, but it's like Ramon Polito. Okay. He's kind of a late bloomer, up and comer. I think he's like a mid 3-star right now.
Hey, Dalton, James Allen from YouTube, he brought up a good point. He thinks that those rules only apply to immediate family and not parents, not grandparents. Have you heard?
It applies to any family members or any high school coaches, anybody that's involved in a previous like school setting or in any part of a family relationship. So anybody with like I think of it like the Cade Cunningham rule. His stepbrother, not necessarily immediate family, but because he has a relation to him, had to be a bench coach.
I just got a text that says redacted player 1 to Louisville is done. And I have referred to him today a couple of times. So that's good to find out after 6 hours of me texting. You text me back during the show. We need Elijah.
Ricola.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous is what it is. So not a bench. I agree with you, Danny. Best thing is not to hire him at all on
That's
the
what
court.
I'm wondering.
I don't think we will now. I honestly don't. I think something's happened to where there's been some NIL money come up, and that's kind of I don't know for sure. We'll find out. Jeff Nunn says, for the love of God, Sean's condom has entered the portal. My Lord. How many wins does Sat need to feel good about an extension? Is the 23 class enough? I think the 20. Here's my thing. And I said this last year because I was surrounded by 3 or 4 people at this table that were just pooping all over Sat every week. And I said, here's what's going to happen, y'all. We're going to sign a good class. He's going to win 10 games, and then he's going to leave Louisville because of the way y'all are treating him. And I still feel like there's a good shot he just walks out on us. So Dalton gone again. So I don't know. I think that he's going to do enough to get an extension either way. Now, absolutely, Jeff. No pain, no gain for Sydney. We're going to have him on soon. I talked to him today about that, and he's like, "Oh man, I'll get you. Let me just get through some of this and that." And I said, "Okay." So I don't know, Brian. I don't know. I don't know that because of the way the fan base treated him, that he's going to stay. So. Rondo's not. We addressed that earlier. Yes, there's a shot we could get DJ if Milt is not hired in any capacity. Season tickets idea for a little. How about a 3-sport combo for basketball, football, and baseball? Make it affordable and convenient. I think we could sell it. Maybe call it the triple threat. Hey, I like that. I just don't know if they are. Okay, Trevor. Thank you. I appreciate that. Polito. Okay, Sanker in Georgia. Sure love to see Big D lineman. Absolutely. Player redacted. Yes, Brian, that is correct. 6-6 when we beat. No. 7 wins minimum and a win versus those 2. Yeah. Uncle Wes has been watching. Yes. I'm old. You are not, Michelle. Can I get a hint on redacted player 1? Oh, I believe that no, I don't want to steal his thunder. I've given hints though, man. This kid is ridiculous. If you follow recruiting at all, you should know. Does Milt not being on the staff hurt us with DJ? No. Can Milt still be hired by the university like Reese?
That'd be a smart
I think
idea.
that would be the loophole. I don't know though. I'll be honest with you. I'm talking to 2 former Cards right now. One of them played with Kenny. One of them did not. That almost lit up in Showjaw, who still are telling me that Milt's in some form going to be on this team. I'm sweating profusely. So we'll see. Vegas has the football team at 6.5 wins. I see 8. I'll be okay with more. Huntley, yeah. Don Eyes, yeah. It makes no total sense. Transfer all over the place. Go to another school for money, but you can't go play for your grandpa. Absolutely, they do have the silliest rules.
And I see football at 8 wins, teetering at 9 right now. Looking at the schedule, it's a little bit brutal at the back stretch of the schedule versus the front half. But I think with Sad and company, with the recruits we got coming in, with the transfers he's taking this offseason and stuff, this defense is going to take a step forward and be a great defense. But also, too, I think the offense with everybody back, except losing Tyler Harrell this week, was a little bit of a blow to the receiving room. I think we can do very well on the offensive side of the ball as well.
Okay, and this was a text I just got. The final, so it's going to be one of these 2 people for the final slot. It's either going to be Joel Justice, which I've said all the time, the whole time, or Oregon assistant coach Mike Meninga. Get yourself familiar with that, Mike Meninga. He's a Canadian head coach. He 8 years at the University of Oregon. Let's see. I'm trying to get some more information for you all. What's up, Tim? Higgy says 8 or 9, so likely 6 or 7 for sure, Jeff. Just throwing this out here. I'm not addressing the Tom Jurich stuff because I know everybody doesn't agree on it, and I don't have the energy to fight tonight. Or argue. Let's see, what do we got? Hey, hope you're good and staying safe. That's a absolute. So Meninga, Mike Meninga. Familiarize yourself with that. So, all right, we got through all the reads. It's just me and Higgy. I appreciate those of y'all that are sticking with us, even though it is just me and Higgy. Baseball beat Cincinnati this week, but they lost game 1 to FSU. They're playing, I believe, right now, or getting ready to play. Still playing. Yeah. That's what, right? Is that what I said? Yes, he does have strong Nike connections. They're playing Florida State tonight. I'm not sure if they've already started or not. Still have a few weeks left of the season. They're playing really good baseball, decent baseball, not really good. They're playing decent baseball. We also found out today that Noah Locke transferring to Providence. A couple days ago, Sam Williamson to SMU. We still got Matt Cross to announce at Davis, which I think will go to Purdue. That's what I've been told. So we'll see how that goes. Again, Lance McGarvey is the national treasure. And listen to Locked On Louisville every day. It's your first listen for Cardinal athletics. I'm going to, yes, Quentin. That's Michelle. That's who I'm talking about. The person that Quentin just tweeted. Well, there you go, Damon. So baseball starts at 7. So as Damon's pointed out, Mike Meninga, or how do you pronounce it? Top recruiter, man. We are going to be stacked recruiting wise. So watch out for that. Would y'all rather have Meninga or would you rather have Joel Justice? Joel Justice is a good recruiter, but he is a phenomenal X's and O's guy. So I'm kind of torn. Let me read the closing script. Y'all let me know who y'all want in the chat box right there. Again, I appreciate you all tuning in and checking this out throughout the technical difficulties that we have had. Again, I'll go ahead and re-record this and lay the track down here in a little bit. But shout out again to all of our fine sponsors: Fitness Market, Shack in the Back Barbecue, Four Pegs Beer Lounge, Derby City Lawn and Landscaping, All American Pool Supply Company, and we're working on more. If you'd like to sponsor the podcast, give us a call, 502-694-0375. Or hit us up on social media. You can find us on social media at the bottom. It shows on the screen. On Twitter and Instagram, we're at Card Sport Zone. At Facebook, it's Cardinal Sport Zone 3 words. YouTube, it's Cardinal Sport Zone 1 word. Individually, I'm Jeremy underscore CSZ. Higgy is I am the Higgy. Dalton is D-Pence underscore. Wes is West B underscore 42. Sean's Elville Sean. Sam's Baseboy 124. And what's Joey's Twitter?
Joe Woman 526.
Joe Woman 526. You can find this podcast on all the podcast avenues: Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google, Amazon, Facebook, and iHeart. Hit subscribe or follow now. If you haven't listened to all the episodes of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, go back and check them all out. Hit the drop-down menu, cardinalsportszone.com, podcast, CSZ Podcast. Again, it's at cardinalsportszone.com, the place it all began. Shout out to everybody out there that's sharing the podcast. We appreciate you. If you have any ideas or suggestions for guests or topics, shoot me a DM at Jeremy underscore CSZ. Give our guy Kevin at L1C4 The Arts a follow. He is the official merchandiser for CSZ. And if you want to support the podcast like you would a paid message board, it's easy to do. At the bottom of the screen, you can see, let's pull this up. Maybe you can't see. You can see where you can support the show on Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and if you want to use Zelle, hit me up privately. We'll take care of that. But yeah, we appreciate you all tuning in. We appreciate all the love. Sorry we've had so many issues tonight. Also, Marcus Maben is killing it late nights. Tune into his show. I believe he goes on right around 11:15, 11:18 every night. Shout out to our guy Steve Rummage as well, doing work. Any last words, Higgy?
Everybody be safe out there and go Cards.
Absolutely. My last words are Tony Bennett stole my seat. And shout out to Trevor, who is a longtime listener, who is now is now our social media manager on Instagram. Follow him at Trevor Edwards 32. Let's go on and catch up with these responses. We got to sign some guards, absolutely. Like Higgy Stacks Hamburgers. Woo! Higgy's beard makes it look like he's wearing a furry necklace. Wow. Trevor Edwards 32 is the best follow. I'm not biased. Yeah, you are. We are solid on recruiting. Another XO guy would be nice. That's why I'm kind of leaning Justice. Phil Knight is going to buy out our Adidas contract. Pull that card and get Kenny on. Look. Happy Easter, guys. Yes, happy Easter to everybody. Jeff Snyder, go Cards. Enjoy your nights. Great show. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate you. I was going to hit you up after the show, though. Quincy Riley will be in low when the semester ends, which is the end of the month. That's awesome. Nike pays $4 million a year. Adidas pays. Yeah, I mean, Adidas does pay us more money, but I do think with the NIL and everything going on, I think that neutralizes the shoe deal stuff. I think if you can get Junior Bridgman to give you $40 million a year, for example, that $4 million from Nike we ain't gonna be hurt. What are our chances with Ree? I think we're gonna get an announcement soon that he's a Cardinal, and Roosevelt stay. I asked him, and he said he couldn't. He said, I can't tell you that, man. And I said, well, fair enough. I think he'll be a Card. It would shock me if he's not. CSZ is the bestest. All right. Timmy says, have a good night, y'all. Nike's benefits are so much more than the extra Adidas money. I agree with that as well. We're just going to go ahead and end it on that. We appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in again. Let me make sure I hit the right button. And can't wait for this. It's already hit the streets, Tim. Hit up Kevin at L1C4 The Arts. He'll make anything you need, CSZ style. Thanks again for all the support. Until next time, this has been the CSZ Podcast. You just threw up a J. You just threw up a gun. Thank you, Don. No, he has no rhythm. Higgy with no rhythm. All right, we love you all. Until next time, might be a couple weeks. We'll be back with y'all soon, though.